What's up? It's your boy Kevin to turn on this motherfucking YouTube shit. Wow, what the fuck?
What's up? It's your boy Kevin to turn on YouTube shit. Hey man, say man, we are Leavin the team, man. Turn. Take to motherfucker day. Show you outside big crip in the gang. Show you outside shit, man. Free Palestine, free Congo, Russia, deal thing, and Texas stand the fuck up. Each day it's a new day. Be a better version of yourself. Never let somebody bring you down. Also back. Never let somebody tell you you are, but also put yourself in a position of alone. Let's stay humble. Let's get a revolution on the movement. Keep your way first. Coming to you, Black Hebrew Israelite, as a real Jew. We out here. Alright, boom. Take to motherfucker day. Show you outside big crip in the gang. Show you outside shit, man. Gang, go! Turn. Bruh. Now, you know, social media, man, has been a good hustle, a good way of making income, a good way of building your brand, reaching new levels, doing new shit in life. Now, this is the thing that going on with WNBA, Angel Reese, and a lot of people in the NBA. I feel like the WNBA feel like they want motherfuckers to really value what they saying, when it's like, bruh, these new players that we getting in the league, these players are making more money on than the coaches. And if it's not outside of the coaching, it's in branding deals, in other deals, in websites and all types of shit. These players are getting more eyes, more social media, more branding deals, more everything than the team. Put everybody on the team together. These stars are doing that. So it's like, when it's like you want these players to really to listen to like what these people be saying. It's like what y'all doing is like y'all bring the team to lose, and the other player team has something more to say. You know what I'm saying? Like Angel, she be having something to say. So you know, a lot of shit going on. You know, like she got her new shoe, her relationships and stuff, and then you know, suspended for speaking about the team. And like, is she gonna stay with this team? So it's gonna break it down, bro. I hope y'all understand it, bro. It's just we live in a new day. Like, players not finna listen to these coaches like how it was back then when these niggas was happening. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, they want niggas to be like slaves and shit. Niggas, no, we gonna talk our shit and pump it. But let's get into this bitch, man. Alright, gang, so we got Angel Reese, man. She's signing her Reebok deal.
Angel Reese is shocked. Her Reebok signature shoe sold out.
Pink comment. Period. Sold out motherfucking dates. I literally sold out my shoe in 5 hours. Literally, some shoes were sold out in like 30 minutes. Some other shoes were sold out. But all of them sold out collectively in 5 hours. 5 hours. I had to step outside, clock it. Y'all can still go to Sporting Goods to get the shoes. Call your local to get the shoes.
Got you some local dick, bitch. But I got some local dick. I got some local dicks for you, bitch.
Sold out, said something. Nigga. And I dropped 3 shoes. I didn't drop 1, I didn't drop 2, I dropped 3 shoes.
I got some local dicks for you.
And they all sold out. Y'all gonna be fighting for the purple ones, y'all gonna be fighting for the Tiagos. I'm already knowing.
Hey, if people fucking with it, they fucking with it. You know what I'm saying? Shit. Can't get mad.
I have something special coming out either tonight or tomorrow morning. I have not decided yet. Something special
Putting
coming
that
out
work
tonight
in.
or tomorrow morning as well. So have your post notifications on. Something is cracking later tonight as well. Hey, Bree. Diamond dust. Y'all love the diamond dust. What's your favorite color of the shoe? Diamond dust, knee bounds, or she's right. I keep the receipts. Yeah, I said I wasn't going to step out. Yeah, I said that you know I have to go buy the shoe. Everything sold out. Next. The pink ones. Somebody said I saw you today. No, you didn't. Baby, I've been flying by it all day. You ain't seen me nowhere.
Oh, God.
Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe.
Pink. Y'all love the pink ones. The pink ones were sold out first. The knee bounds. What's like so funny is y'all trying to like do a thing with the knee bounds. Sold out. Hello, it's me. Am I the drama? And that drops tonight, Cardi. Here. I'm waiting for my food so we can take back off. We had to stop to get some food. I'm so thankful and grateful for you guys for selling my shoe out literally in seconds. Some sizes in seconds, but all of them within 5 hours. I'm so grateful, so blessed, honored, joyful, graceful, glad. And this is my first time actually really happy about an accomplishment because we worked our ass off for this. I worked my ass off for this, so I'm just happy. It's making me spend my food.
And that's a W. Because people were saying this shit was going to be
Hands so
crazy.
long that it looked like leaves, and she cut it all up, and she looked like me, and she dealing with some issues that she can't sing about.
Well, she said you find your local dick, so I mean, shoot.
The next colorways are going to be the Charm City, which are the purple ones, and Tiago's. Tiago Pacific. It's me. Dad, I'm in your city right now. Just for a second. Had to stop and get some gumbo.
Shout out to Word Testers. We finna see what Angel Reese shoes, what they looking like.
WNBA's Angel Reese received her
And the
first signature
prices.
sneaker, which should be available as of right now. And so is
If
the
y'all wanna buy
performance
some of
shoe. So
them,
let's get started.
go ahead.
Hey, what's going on, guys? My name's Chris. Welcome back to the official WearTesters.com YouTube channel. Today we got the performance review on these bad girls right here. This is the Reebok Angel Reese 1. Angel Reese's first signature shoe with the brand. First off, like just as an aesthetic thing, I think that these are dope looking. This colorway in particular, I really like. We also have this pearl colorway, which
James
is okay.
Harden,
I don't think
Kyrie
that it's great, but I think it's cool. However, There's also this white and black colorway. Stupid fire. I love those. The shoe itself on court is actually really good, so this is something that I'm personally really excited for. I'm a big Reebok fan. The Reebok Questions are one of my favorite sneakers of all time, and while I'm not going to say that Reebok's back or anything, it's like a bold statement for them having like really two shoes, the Engine A and now these, which are essentially the same shoe. But I will say that this is a great start, and I really hope that they are able to keep up the momentum on having a solid performer with solid cushion and tech. This is good stuff right here. The price point, everything. It's great. So the outsole right here is very reminiscent of the Engine A. The traction pattern is damn near identical. They do have some slight modifications, so if you were going to look at like this, I guess where you would call the big toe area, it is a little bit different in terms of like the actual pattern and everything, but not much. Is it enough to like be drastically different in performance to the Engine A? No. Does it perform really well? Yes. If there's too much dust, you're definitely going to need to wipe a little bit. The rubber itself isn't like extremely tacky. It's just tacky enough to where if the floor is good, then you should be solid. As far as outdoor use is concerned, I would say that this is still kind of like on the softer side of rubber, so I wouldn't
like
really recommend it. But the cushion is
logo?
good enough to be worn outside, so I wouldn't say that it's an awful idea. Just know that the outsole is probably not going to last too long. And just to take care of it, because I know that if I don't, a lot of you guys will complain, but her initials are on the outsole right here. You can see the A and the R. It has nothing to do with performance, but just in case you wanted that little call out, there you go. Now the cushion is probably the shoe's standout feature. Like if I was going to pick one thing to describe Angel Reese's first signature shoe, as well as Reebok's Engine A sneaker, I would say that they're stupid comfortable. Like the cushion is awesome. So much like the Engine A, we've got an EVA style outsole, but on the inside we've got two different pods, and they are of Reebok's new ERS system. And I say new because ERS is old, but ERS originally were energy tubes, and that was what the energy return system was all about. They were kind of like, I don't know how to explain it, kind of like the K-Swiss tubes, where if you're going to look at like something modern like On sneakers, where even though On sneakers not really like that, because like they're more molded, but either way, they were literal tubes inside the shoe, and they would go through the sneaker like this, so that when you step on it, it would compress and then deflect the energy back, so hence energy return. Whereas their new stuff is all foam based. It's actually a nitrogen infused foam, so it's going to last a long time, meaning that it's not going to bottom out quickly. They say that it's part of their super float foam, so I haven't personally used that on any of their other models except for their basketball products, and I gotta say it's super comfortable. And if you wanted a good visual, this colorway of the Engine A shows it off perfectly. You've got two large sections of ERS foam, and like I said, it's like got great coverage. It is a little high off the ground, so if you're looking for ultimate court feel, maybe this is not going to be the ride, but I will say that they are low enough to the ground to where you don't feel slow or like you're in something super mushy. So yeah, the cushion to me is probably, again, the shoe's best feature. I think that they really knocked it out of the park there, and I think that's a great move because, again, I'm a big fan of Reebok's old stuff. I love the old ERS system. I love the original actual real Hexalite. I love DMX, the air transfer system, even though DMX foam is cool too, but you know, still. Again, I don't want to say that this is a return to form. It's just that they're actually doing something, and I like that.
I like it a lot.
We need more competition in this space, and if Reebok is one of the brands to bring it, let's get dangerous. Now the upper is, this is the part where it's obviously like really modern. So what I mean by that is that it's just textiles and fuse overlays or TPU overlays. I do like it a lot more than the Engine A though, I will give you that. It's very similar. So this is a textile build with basically like hot melt, like fuse panels all over it. And that's what makes up this shoe. This shoe right here beefs things up a little bit, which is really interesting. So it's essentially the same style of build, even though it's not the same exact textiles underneath. And then the outer shell is, again, kind of like the same style, even though it's not the same exact thing. This is actually a thicker, more durable upper than the stuff that they use on the Engine A. I really like this more. It gives more depth to the design. It makes it almost look three-dimensional, almost like they actually tried to design something signature-like, and I really like this. Like this shoe right here, as well as the Jaw 3 design-wise, to me at least, actually look like signature sneakers. They don't look like just another run-of-the-mill shoe that you're seeing on shelf with a name attached to it. Like it feels like somebody actually went ahead and tried to put personal stuff on this to make it really fit the player. In terms of overall performance, it's stupid durable. It's also got plenty of ventilation and breathability, so you're kind of getting the best of both worlds. Like the reason why you would use textiles and synthetics like this are for those main reasons, and for that they do a good job. The tongue is also super breathable. That's something that I just absolutely love. Like if you're gonna have the shoe not be breathable or not be too breathable, which this one isn't, but just as an example, if you were, were, and then you still had a very breathable tongue, then that's like the best spot to add ventilation. That's where a lot of heat escapes your foot and everything like that. And having it on there just, I mean, it's comfortable, it works, it's ventilated, it's awesome. I will say the tongue is a little puffy. Like when I was lacing them up every time, like I was kind of like, the tongue's a little bit in the way, but I would take this over one of those really thin tongues that I can't stand. One thing that I will complain about, this is a very small nitpick. You could probably take this complaint and honestly just throw it out the window, but they came laced like not all the way up to the top, right? And I was lacing them, or I was trying to lace them all the way to the top, and all of the eye stays here are the same exact shape as the eyelet, which is this weird flat little thing instead of like a circle. And that's awesome because you could relace these really easily, except for that last one. They put a circle where there's supposed to be a rectangle peg, and like I was like, bro, what the f? And so it took me forever to stick that thing through there. Yes, that's what she said. Okay, whatever. The insole, by the way, is this piece right here. I would suggest taking this out if you wanted to swap it out with something else immediately. There's a lot of glue under there, so as soon as you start to wear it, it's going to really like bond to the footbed and to the strobel, and trying to take it out afterwards is going to be a big pain in the ass. So if you happen to play in them as is, and then you wanted to switch the outsole out, you're going to have to use like a hair dryer or something to try to like heat that glue back up so you can pull it out easily. Otherwise, you're going to have like little underneath the strobel and stuff. It's going to be like not a good thing.
I mean,
now, in
it's a
terms
good
of
thing
sizing,
as far
they
as
fit pretty
not
much exactly
losing them.
like the
Because
engine
the real
A's.
niggas
Initially,
know
I'd
that
said go true to
you want
size
to
of the
bitch them
engine
hoes
A's.
might
It should
come
be
out the
good,
shoe
but
after
after like
wearing them
moving
for so
around
damn
and stuff,
long.
I don't feel that
Why
way.
you
I
don't?
think that the engine A as well as the Angel Reese 1 fits a half a size minimum too big. So I would really recommend, if you can, try them on in store if possible. And then if you can't, go down half a size automatically. You should be fine. There are like Achilles notches inside of the heel area, but they're not like
Kinda
heavily
like some
sculpted or
Power
anything. If
Rangers
anything, they're kind of like
shoes.
half-assed. They're like more so stitched into place instead of actually being filled with foam and stuff like that that's actually going to like cup your Achilles and your ankle and everything. So I guess if I were to fix something, that would also be one of those things, is like if you're going to put those in there, put them in there right. Now the support features are pretty solid. The shoe itself is nice, wide, stable, all that stuff. So if you're looking for something like that, which I personally think is a huge plus to any basketball player, but especially shooters, then that's something where like this would be a good move to like try these out. Again, the base is nice and wide. It's plenty stable. I do think torsion support needs some work. There is a torsional plate in there, but you can definitely like over twist that shoe, so that's something that I would look out for. That's something
Angel
that
Reese
a
did a
one-to-one
good
fit
job
will
on
help
these
solve,
shoes.
as
I'm
well as
giving
an
them an
insole
A
replacement,
so
like
far.
such as like the Move Game Days or Game Day Pros. But again, as long as you get them to fit you
As long as
perfectly,
they
then
work,
it shouldn't
shit,
be
that's the
that
whole
big of
point
an
of the
issue.
shoe.
And then right here in the heel, there is an internal heel counter, but I love that they actually put an additional like TPU counter. It is kind of low, but I still think that it works well. It's attached to mostly the midsole, but it does poke up a little bit and keep the upper strong and everything. And I just like the way that it looks. I like the way that it feels, and I really dig it. Now, with all of that being said, do we happen to have time for a viewer-submitted question of the day?
What, in your opinion, is the closest hoop shoe to the Hyperdunk 2011 low nowadays?
I don't like these kind of questions. It's hard to compare anything to something, let alone like...
You're actually usually pretty good at it.
I'm only in feel, because when I say it, I'm not like this is just like, it's not like that. You know what I mean? Like, it is different. Like, obviously, if I'm going to say like this is like it is, because they're built on the same last, the same cushion, the same traction, just a redesign on the upper really is what it is. So these are the same shoes. You know what I mean? Like, so comparing the two is not a bad thing, because it's quite literally a fact. But first off, that Hyperdunk is great.
Can you quickly explain to me what makes the shoe so great?
The traction was awesome. The cushion was great. Heel and forefoot zoom paired with a Phylon midsole that was super lightweight, but still kind of like springy feeling, where you just felt fast in that shoe. You know what I mean? But not fast to the point of like.
But we need to see how they gonna feel after you wear them
They
down.
also let you slow down.
Are they gonna
Great
still
traction and
be
stuff. The fit was amazing. The materials
the same
were
type of
similar
shoe?
to this. It was just cheap
After you wear them
textiles
bitches every day,
with views on the upper, man. It
Are
was
you
like
still
not
gonna get the
anything
same
crazy,
feeling out
but
that
they
shoe?
fit so well that it didn't matter. But with all that being said, if maybe you have thoughts, maybe you played in something that you think is very similar to the Hyperdunk 2011 lows, sound off in the comment section below and let us know. On top of all of that, what do you think of Angel Reese's debut signature sneaker? These being a follow-up essentially to the Engine A, I think is a good move. I think that it keeps everything very similar, but without breaking the bank, it doesn't ruin a budget.
They got little
It
secrets
really
to
feels
them.
like this is like one shoe. So if you like these, let me know. If you played in them, also let me know. If you have sizing advice, I again would go down half a size, but maybe you feel differently. Let me know down below in the comment section. Thank you guys so much for being here.
Shout out to D Green, man. Is Angel Reese talking to somebody new, man? What's going on?
Your favorite quality in a man?
NBA itself.
Damn.
And with all due respect, it is not because of her talent on the court.
Boy, y'all.
It's because of her talent off the court.
Garage, nigga.
Shout out to D-Green with this man. Hey. Now, for whatever reason, Angel Reese is one of the most hated WNBA players of all time.
They do, she do get a lot of hate.
Averages 10
But she is
offensive
a bad
rebounds a
bitch.
game off her own misses. Angel Reese is a legit hooper, and she's a dog. You don't win a NCAA championship by accident. But the craziest part is that most of the hate that Angel Reese gets is from grown-ass men.
And that's what
I've been seeing a lot of people on the internet saying Angel Reese don't look good.
She a baddie. You crazy as hell. Y'all crazy.
Keep it at 100 though.
It is what it is.
Stop.
Angel Reese doing a lot of talking for playing like a social worker. She has no bag around the rim. She is
But
a
they be
brick
hating.
waiting to happen.
Grown-ass men
Hating.
that didn't even make their JV high school
Hating on
team.
Angel Reese. Crazy.
You're a scrub. The same niggas that hate on Angel Reese be the same ones that don't get picked up at LA Fitness. Most likely never even made a basketball team, bro. The Angel Reese hate is forced.
It is.
Matter of fact, I think the real reason people hate on Angel Reese is because they can't have her.
That's the fact. Yeah, he ain't captain.
Why, Dorothy? Why What's your type? Yeah, let's talk about who. I really want to see who you gonna pop. I love these companies.
Nah, like, he gotta be tall.
That's the only criteria?
6'7", 6'8".
Well, I mean,
So, at NBA.
Y'all be sending real hate towards Angel Reese with a Dave Blunt's player build.
insane.
It's a parade inside my city. Now, Angel Reese has been open about her relationship status and her preferences. So let's take a look at her first ever public relationship. In 2023, Reese confirmed her relationship with fellow college basketball player Cameron Fletcher.
Hey guys,
Y'all didn't know it. I was even big though.
yeah, don't do that on my TikTok. Go Tigers! Period.
The two, who had known each other for 6 years, bonded over their shared athletic schedules.
Just be him. Tell him what I did to you. He asked me for water. Yeah, tell him. I beat you.
And took a notable trip to Jamaica, where they even got matching tattoos. But unfortunately, everything good comes to an end.
No!
She turned.
Okay. 1 year later, March of 2024, Reese announced their breakup on Instagram Live. Ouch! I'm single. I don't got no man. Don't attach me to no man.
Yeah, I'm single. I don't got no man. Don't attach me to no man. That's all I'm gonna say.
Damn, bitch.
That's it. No, I'm not ready to mingle. I am single, but I'm not ready to mingle. I'm just focusing on my college career. I'm focusing on school. That's all I'm focusing on right now. And I'm focused on me. I'm not focused on nobody else. I put my energy into too many people that don't deserve my energy.
Damn, Cameron Fletcher.
Got cooked for no
I
grease,
know you
bitch.
went to like Florida State.
I know that
think,
nigga
right?
sick.
Angel Reese only dates tall niggas. They said he's 6'7", so he has
That
the
nigga must have been
certified
like
player
5'4",
build.
nigga.
You know the rules, buddy. I gotta look at your stats now.
That nigga must have been 5'4",
Started off
5'3".
at Kentucky.
He didn't have no. He had that little peanut
averaged
rapper.
1.7 points per game.
No!
Okay, I'll give you a pass, bro. That was only your freshman season.
Okay.
You could have redshirted. Okay. Your sophomore season, you transferred to FSU, and you averaged nearly 7 points per game. Okay.
Damn.
Hey, that's extremely mid, but it's respectable at the D1 level.
Doing it. Yeah.
You even got better. Your third collegiate season, you averaged nearly 11 points per game. I'm not gonna lie, a lot of niggas be making it to the NBA by averaging 11 points per game. But I guess that wasn't good enough for you to make it to the NBA because you came back a season after that and averaged 6.7? No! This was your 4th year in college and you didn't even average 7 points per game. And this is why Angel Reese left you, bro.
This is hilarious, bitch.
The truth hurts. But if this nigga was averaging 20 points per game, guarantee you he would still be with Angel Reese, bro.
You think so?
I gotta remember during this time, Angel Reese had way too much clout. She was the face of women's basketball.
You think so?
I mean, her and Caitlin Clark, and with all due respect, no NBA GMs were looking to pick this nigga up, bro.
At all.
And turns out he's still in college. How do y'all niggas be in college for like more than 4 years? You're currently at Xavier. You're a senior. And you're averaging 1.3 points per game.
Damn.
No.
Why he cooking this nigga, bro?
I'm really not trying to violate you, bro, but how is this even fucking possible, bro?
Damn.
I wish you all the best for the rest of your career in whatever path you decide, but niggas be staying in college for 10 years.
Damn.
And how is your senior season literally your worst? This is why Angel left you. You gotta do better, bro.
Fuck?
It's self-explanatory why Angel left you, bro. If one person is leveling up and the other person is leveling down, guarantee you Buddy was on her ass.
Literally.
Angel Reese had all those NBA niggas in her DM. And Buddy was not about to make the NBA. Nigga is literally in his 9th college season. Not even averaging a layup per game, bro. But ever since Angel broke up with Mr. 1 point per game, she says she will no longer make any of her relationships public.
Because people always trying to find something. Like, every time, it's exhausting. I think people just need to mind their business. Let people love who they want to love. Every time, everybody always has something to say. They're never happy. So if you were to go date somebody, they're still going to find some little things that she did in 2016 that you should be worried about. And it's none of their business. So, like I said, my private life is my private life. You'll never see me in a relationship publicly until I'm married.
Until you're married?
Yes.
Sure.
Now, you can say you don't want things public, but the internet finds out everything. Last year in August, social media speculation linked Angel Reese to Pistons player Jalen Duren. Duren, however you say his name, after they were both spotted at a vacation spot with Reese wearing a Pistons hoodie. So, in short summary, Jalen Duren was just clapping Angel Reese until somebody else got the rebound. But Angel Reese definitely has a type. If you don't hoop, you most likely don't have a chance. Or unless you're a rapper. Angel Reese was seen getting in G-Herbo's Cybertruck. Now all legit. But hey, Angel Reese said that G-Herbo was like a brother.
Okay. There was a video that someone snuck in a car of you and G-Herbo. Blew up all over the internet. What was that situation?
When I tell you, like, I can call G-Herbo to this day, like, that's somebody that I can, like, if I ever need anything in Chicago, he told me from when I got drafted, if I ever need anything in Chicago, he'll make sure I'm straight. And it wasn't even off no, like, flirting or anything. It was literally straight off, like, I got you, sis. Like, making sure that you straight. Because I'm new to the city. Like, making
Sure.
And the rumors continue. You said Angel Reese is only into hoopers, right? They said she was even fucking with KD.
Oh yeah, I remember this.
Impossible. KD gets no bitches.
That's
You said
insane.
you went to the men's game and the women's game, right? Yeah. So there were headlines from that game because you were courtside with Kevin Durant. They're like, oh my God, they're dating. That's not a thing.
No,
I remember that.
That was never a thing. I don't even know how that even became a thing because I sat next to somebody. My friend was sitting next to Steph.
Okay. So D Green, finally tell us, who is Angel Reese's boyfriend? It is heavily rumored. Like this past season, after Angel Reese has attended multiple Orlando Magic games, fans have pointed out that she is dating Wendell Carter Jr.
Man, we don't know who the fuck she's dating at this.
The 6'10" Orlando center. He was even spotted at her 23rd birthday
It's like,
party.
guess who,
Happy
bitch?
birthday.
But here's when things get really messy. Bitch, I'm messy, bitch. I'm messy. You bitches in the WNBA really be trying to take out Caitlin Clark and especially Angel Reese when they hold majority of your fan base. In a recent game between the Chicago Sky and the Connecticut Sun, Angel Reese was doing what she does best, offensive rebounds. Until this bitch literally grabbed her by her hair.
Help
Damn.
Over the top, can't get it. Reese fights for the rebound.
Oh,
Foul, and this
shit.
time gets a little too.
For some
Oh,
reason,
shit.
they're gonna still hate on Angel Reese for defending herself.
So this what she
When
was
y'all
suspended
see in
for?
4K, this bitch was trying to rip her scalp. Stop trying to play innocent. You know what you did. But do y'all see number 10 trying to step in?
Yeah,
This
boom,
is
bitch. Fuck out my
Olivia
motherfucking face, bitch. Fuck out my motherfucking
ex-girlfriend
face, bitch.
of
Fuck out my
Wendell
motherfucking face,
Carter.
nigga. Fuck out my
Look
motherfucking
at
face, nigga.
Angel Reese. She says, I know why you mad. Damn. Angel Reese is really standing on business.
Fuck out my
and most of
motherfucking
the
face,
virgins
nigga.
that hate on her
Get the
from
fuck out my
home
motherfucking
on their
face.
couch, if Angel
Yeah,
Reese
yeah.
ever gave you the time of day, you're instantly folded.
Alright, so we got O'Shea Duke on Jackson. She got suspended. I don't know if because of that fight.
The Chicago Sky is the worst team in the Eastern Conference. They're currently 10-31, with a winning percentage less than 25%. They're the laughing stock
Chicago
of
trash.
the WNBA, and their best player
I mean,
happens to be Angel
shit.
Reese. As we
The
know,
other
Angel
bitch
Reese
trash
has
three.
a lot going on offline. She has her podcast, a Reebok deal, but at the same time, her offline presence doesn't match up to her on court ability. If you look at her statistics this year, she's doing better than last year. I mean, she's averaging more points. Her field goal percentage is better, but her team is not that good. Angel Reese isn't the person to really hide how she feels. Like many black people in America, when we sick and tired, we sick and tired. And that is
Angel Reese
exactly
the best
what
player on the damn
happened
team.
when she talked to the Chicago
They
Tribune
ain't got
this week.
nobody.
Now,
They
while
trash.
this wasn't a podcast
She
or
would have
video
been
recording,
good going
but
to
she did
Dallas.
state a lot of
He was
things
talking about
that got
trainer
her in
ass
trouble.
to LA Sports.
First of all, she
She
said,
getting crazy,
listen,
bro.
I'm not going through the same ish we did this year. Okay? We have to. Then she also said we need major roster improvements. We have to get good players. We have to get great players. That's a non-negotiable for me. In other words, the players that are around her right now are trash.
Yeah, they trash.
She also said this: I'd like to be here for my career, but if things don't pan out, obviously I might have to move in a different direction and do what's best for me.
Leave Chicago, they are trash.
And for
Come to
these
Dallas,
comments,
bitch.
she
Or LA.
was
Shit, fuck
suspended
it.
from the Now, today's game on Sunday, she'll be suspended for the first half of the game, but a lot of people were upset about it.
The Chicago Sky has been an organization that has drastically declined. They won a championship a few years ago.
Oh, they did?
And you wouldn't even be able to tell because how much that organization has went down. A lot of good talent doesn't come to Chicago. The people they picked up this offseason, and it's not a diss to the
They
players
trash. They ain't got nobody. I looked at the team.
But it wasn't enough, and I could tell it wasn't enough. And you have somebody like Angel Reese. Like, people are saying,
She
like,
the only reason they good.
But it's the person that's leading the team in almost every category.
Yeah.
And she's putting butts in seats.
Now, this comment is really good. They're talking about the organization problems that the Chicago Sky has, right? And we all know about bad general managers or bad owners. I mean, you can look at the Dallas Cowboys and understand what happens when you have an owner who is terrible and out of touch.
Yeah.
But what happened is they won the WNBA championship in 2021. That was just 4 years ago, okay? Most teams that have won in professional sports a league title or a championship 4 years ago are at least playoff bound within the next 4 to 5 years. Almost every year, they're competitive. In this case, Chicago Sky went from the champs to the worst team in the league. So I get it. There is some proof that what Angel Reese is saying is correct.
So
it's definitely an ownership
she
problem.
might leave.
And yes, Angel Reese does put people in the seats. I mean, Angel Reese has a huge following.
I mean, where she go, she gonna be good.
People love her as an individual outside of basketball. So yes, especially with black women, Angel Reese does bring a different eye to the sport.
And even other people agree. So sorry, y'all need her. I love what Angel said and did because you only get one career. Yeah. Angel, you in the midst of yours. You can't let other people that aren't as dedicated to the craft as you are to your craft hold you down. If Angel's balling and her team is sorry, I can't be mad. Furthermore, get this for a second. Why are you only suspended for a half?
There is Emmanuel Acho. Okay, he is saying he loved what Angel Reese said, being a former NFL player and a former competitor himself. But it's interesting because Emmanuel Acho, you know, when he was on Fox Sports, he used to be one of the biggest critics of Angel Reese. But I guess now that he ain't got no job and he over with the black folks on the podcast, he's switching up his tune. And then other black women join in on the parade.
Angel Reese voices her opinion in an article in the Chicago Tribune and gets penalized for her opinions on what the front office and the ownership group needs to be doing to make sure that the team that she's on is a competitive team in the league that she plays in the future. Honestly, you should be thanking her for giving you the playbook on how to keep her there. But instead, they suspend her for a first half.
Again, this lady is upset because how can you penalize somebody for their freedom of speech? All of this created a situation where Angel Reese was forced to respond to it herself.
Are you frustrated with the organization?
Y'all pussies.
YouTube
frustrated.
Nigga, a lot of people ain't be watching y'all goddamn shit without Angel Reese or Caitlin Clark or any of them hoes.
I don't think I'm frustrated. I probably am frustrated myself right now. I think the language is taken out of context, and I really didn't intentionally mean to put down my teammates because they've been through this.
They trash.
They've busted their ass just how I busted my ass. They showed up
for me thick
and thin in the locker room when nobody could see anything. So
you gotta call that shit out.
Somebody
playing like trash, nigga. I already tell you, looking like trash. Them keeping it to myself, nigga. Cause like, nigga,
about what was said, and
I put damn sure enough work in my shit, nigga. Like, I don't see nobody putting no work in. They feel like they can do whatever the fuck they want to because they
any kind of way. So I just have to really be better and grow from this.
Now again, I want to get back to Angel Reese.
If you feel like you're doing your job because you're getting paid,
Angel Reese,
and you're not putting no work in, I'm putting all the work in. I'm barely getting paid in this bitch. Nigga,
now, if you guys don't know, just I believe on September the 2nd, Angel Reese did a technical foul on Aaliyah Edwards of the Connecticut Sun. All right, it's a technical foul, right? No, but the problem is this is her 8th technical foul. She is going to be suspended by the league a full game versus the Indiana Fever. All right? Now, the first half versus the Las Vegas Aces, this is a team situation. So not only is she being suspended by the league for her behavior, she's being suspended by the team for her behavior. And what this tells me is that, okay, they're exercising their internal policy for her public remarks, not because of just this. They've had problems with her before, okay? And people will put up with you until they can't. And this is what a lot of folks don't understand. Nobody wants to suspend their best player. Nobody wants to suspend their cash cow, all right? And even though they're not making a whole lot of money, Angel Reese is the closest thing to a cash cow that they have. If the Reese is performing like this, they are tired of her entitlement, of her attitude, and one of the reasons why they could be losing is she is detrimental.
But they trash, man. We can't just say
this is just them finally saying enough is
not
enough.
Good, bro. We look at their team, man. When Angel Reese not playing, they dog shit. A lot of these young women don't understand. People are not gonna put up with your stuff just because you got an opinion. Like, again, it's okay for you to say what you want to say, but I don't know how many times we see Angel Reese missing layups, missing open shots, missing free throws. You ain't the best player on the team. You spend your whole offseason not even playing basketball. So what are you talking about? And young people will have to understand that if you don't own the team, you don't own the business, you can't do whatever you want in somebody else's business. And unfortunately, as I got older and understood that, now I'm grown and understand what I can and cannot do. If it's not your platform, you need to shut up. That platform is giving you an opportunity to do what you're doing. You gonna leave them, and then she's been causing problems the whole time. See, these teams don't tell you. Just think about you as an employee when you was getting your ass fired. Did your job go out there and tell everybody when you had a problem? Did your job go out there and tell everybody you had an issue? Let's say your ex-girlfriend, your ex-wife, your current girlfriend. Whenever you have a shortcoming, do they go out and tell the world? No, but they take note of it, okay? And then it comes a point in time when you or them, either you get tired of their stuff or you get tired of them. They tell everybody.
Right? It just comes a point in time. And then after that, you look, I'm going to block you. After that, look, we need to break up. After
that, a lot of motherfuckers who talk so much shit.
Because what? Things are not getting better. It's that trashy attitude that Angel Reese has, and it is trashy.
But that's what got her to where she at, though. If it wasn't for her attitude, she probably wouldn't be in that position, to be honest.
And people like her, yes, she's doing some amazing things. But again, that attitude that she has, nobody wants to put up with.
But she can't be more mad at the team being trash than the owners.
Come in and let you
the owner needs to be just as mad or even madder that the team is trash.
It don't belong to you.
You know what I'm saying?
Play here. You're not Jordan.
If you're not Tom Brady, is what it is.
And a lot of these people, especially some of the younger folks, they getting a lot of attitude because, again, I'm not trying to be mean, but a lot of ladies who are now getting a lot of social media clout, and Angel Reese is one of those ladies with a lot of social media clout, and then you're a basketball player. So now what happens is it inflates your ego a lot, and a lot of people can't handle that ego boast. I'm gonna tell you, as a content creator myself, and seeing women who are bigger because of their platforms, it can influence how you think about yourself. All right, and again, we got to always look at how we feel about ourselves and how others look at us. It's two different things. What you think you're delivering to somebody might be you're a pain in the ass to that person. You're not delivering enough, and sometimes, look, if you're too expensive to keep around, people will get rid of you. It's called laying off. It's called being fired. It's called being traded. It happens to the best players. Luka Doncic, okay? It's happened to Shaquille O'Neal.
He got paid.
Pat Riley, I believe, he traded Shaquille O'Neal
they got paid.
After he talked back, just got rid of him, okay?
They got paid.
You're not too big for somebody to get rid of you, okay?
And win.
Never too big. Always remember that.
Win.
And if you have issues, look at yourself before you get on there and start calling somebody else out and say, look, well, am I part of the problem? And people typically don't do that. And people getting tired of it.
We seen the game.
And when it comes to a point where people get tired of your stuff, they tired of dealing with you, this is the first step. The next step is going to be not just detrimental to the team. It's going to be suspension indefinitely and put your ass on the trade block. And then send your ass to a small market where you can't shine no more.
And she go to LA.
And then you'll be down bad.
And she win a championship. Here's what it is.
Back at it again with an episode of The Celebrity Drunk. I appreciate you for all that you do. Subscribe to the bell. We're out.
So what y'all feel about we got Hunter curse with Angel Reese request a trade for Chicago Sky? Let's find out.
There's been a lot of news over the last 24 hours regarding Angel Reese, her future in Chicago. Will she request out this offseason? Will she not? There has been some comments from Angel. We'll talk about those comments from two different articles that came out on Wednesday. Then I'll give my thoughts. But to start here, it would be truly unprecedented if Angel requested a trade. You rarely see an all-star player in their second year under team control request out. So I went to data throughout basketball history. One player I could find was Chris Webber on the NBA side. In 1993-1994, Chris Webber was the Rookie of the Year in the NBA, averaged 18 points, 9 rebounds, 4 assists. He was not happy with how he was being utilized. He was playing the 5. He wanted to play the 4. He did not like Don Nelson at all, their head coach. So he requested out from Golden State and was traded over to Washington. Outside of that, there's not a lot of examples on the NBA or WNBA side of all-star caliber players, true emerging stars that are defined stars. There's been some players like Chelsea Gray was traded early in her career, but Chelsea Gray did not prove much in Connecticut before she was traded. On the WNBA side, some players that were traded around this point in their career, emerging all-star caliber players, was Brandy Reed, Kelsey Bone, Kennedy Carter. What makes Angel's situation so unique and more closer to that Chris Webber side of things, where Chris Webber requested out, Brandy Reed, Kelsey Bone, and Kennedy Carter were traded because of off-court issues to the point where the teams just did not want them anymore. It's a different level of trade value. It's a different power dynamic here. We've never seen someone with this much power possibly requesting out at such a young age in the history of the WNBA. Is that good for the future of the league? Is that bad? Do we want to set a precedent of young players requesting out because they're not winning games, the team is not successful? Probably not, but also I believe she is justified with how she feels. This Chicago front office is the worst in the league. I made a whole video on it, diving into all of their moves. That Sonia Citron trade for Ariel Atkins, giving up that swap in 2027, was an awful move. You should not be giving up future flexibility and draft assets when you're not in a championship contending window. So let's go to these quotes now, starting with the first article that broke Wednesday from Julie Poe of the Chicago Tribune. These are the quotes from Angel in this article. Quote, "I am not settling for the same stuff we did last year," Reese told the Tribune. "We have to get good players, we have to get great players, and that's a non-negotiable for me," end quote. Then she goes on to talk about wanting to get better talent, wanting to have better talent than what they had this year. They can't settle for what they had this year. She says that there. Then they go into talking about how she wants expanded office spaces and training facilities to give the organization a more comparable work environment to competitors around the W. She wants to have a more dynamic style of play as well on the court, and was talking about wanting more shooters on the court, play faster. And the other interesting tidbit here is she wants Coach Tyler Marsh to coach them harder. And this isn't a surprise if you've watched Chicago's games. Across the board, there just doesn't seem to be accountability with their roster, and players can just go out there and give 75%, and they keep playing. There's no repercussions at all. So that makes sense as well. But what I am fascinated by is Angel's decision to say these stuff publicly during the season. I get there's only 4 to 5 games left in the year. Their year's over. They've won 10 games. They're not that competitive at all. The year's over, yes. But at the same time, why not wait to say this stuff in the offseason? Because these seem like offseason comments. The ways you can get better, the ways like they can improve the team from what you had last year.
She wants people
the entire
to take
roster is free
accountability of
agents.
it.
So I don't get why she decided to say that now. Was she wrong here? No. Everything she said right here was very true. To go to the next article from Front Office Sports, this was posted later in the day on Wednesday. The first comment here, I believe, came from that original article by the Chicago Tribune, but I believe it summed it up a little bit better in the second article, but it was from the Chicago Tribune. That was their report. It says, quote, "According to the report, Reese says she doesn't believe her teammates, Rachel Banham or HVL, are capable of leading a playoff team. Guard Ariel Atkins is another player on the Sky's roster with WNBA championship experience." Just from this right here, not a lot to take. I mean, it's right, but I don't really get why she's throwing them under the bus publicly. There was also, like you said in the second part, this was from Annie's reporting here. Multiple league sources told Front Office Sports the entire team has seen Reese's comments and that the teammates are unhappy with the direct attacks. Yeah, you just don't want to see your franchise player coming out and saying these things, even if it is true. I've been public about it on this channel. I don't even know if HVO is a WNBA player. She hasn't even proved that yet, even talk about her being a playoff contributor. But either way, if you're Angel Reese, you are the face of the franchise. You don't want her coming out saying negative things about her teammates. It's just not beneficial to anybody, in my opinion. Another comment that gained a lot of traction online was, quote, there is a belief among some sources that Reese's future in Chicago may not be repairable. They also go to talk about how on a championship team, Reese would be the third or fourth option. Multiple league executives told Front Office Sports. And yeah, that's true. Angel, with her current skill set, entering year 3 next year, if she was to get traded and move to a different team, she is probably closer to a third or fourth option. But there is upside for, let's say, 2 to 3 years down the line, 3 to 4 years down the line, to where she could potentially be a second option for a title team. I don't see her being a number 1 option because of the offense, the efficiency, and the way she can get her shot. It's just so reliant on rim finishing. And then at the rim, she's not that great, not that creative getting her shot off. It has to be a specific role, a very defined role for Angel to succeed and be at her best. But my other thought here, and my main thought with this whole thing, is it could have been avoided if it wasn't for terrible front office management. Like I said earlier, the worst front office moves in the sport. Angel is justified, in my opinion, to feel this way. It's just, is this the most productive way to
trade your best
come
players
out
and then
say this stuff
trade your
publicly
draft
during the season and put pressure on your front office? I don't really think so, but there's 3 ways this could go.
And nobody helped
1,
me out.
Angel request is out, the front office stays the same, the coaching staff stays the same. No
I'm getting
moves
3,
there.
4 niggas
Second
guarding
part
me.
is a complete
These niggas wide
overhaul.
open. They can't make
Angel
a fucking
gets traded,
shot.
the front office is out,
Feel me?
the coaching staff's out. It's a whole new building, a restart. The other option, which in my opinion may be the best move, is to clear house in your front office. Maybe the head coach as well, because the new front office might want to bring in their own head coach. Then you keep Angel. That's probably what I would do here in this scenario, and probably the best way to fix things, or at least repair things to a good enough level, because they have 2 more years of team control, plus her rights in restricted free agency. You don't want to just give her away for nothing. This is an all-star talent. I believe Angel's going to be an all-star caliber player for the rest of her prime, the rest of her career, into her early 30s most likely. She is that caliber of rebounder. The motor's crazy, the passing ability, what she can do on the drive. She is one of the most unique stars we've ever seen in WNBA history. That skill set does have value, and she is just entering year 3. Just give her away for nothing. But at the same time, the worst move you could make would be to trade Angel and keep this front office. If they do that, that is basically just giving a middle finger up to your entire fan base. And that would be just one of the worst moves in basketball history to do that, in my opinion, because you should not prioritize this front office, the coaching staff they have currently, over a young, emerging star.
But we looking at
Experience to get traded. What could a package even look like? What teams would be interested? I believe there will be some bidders. There would be a bidding here. I don't think it would just be one team's interested and they give up whatever they want. Chicago doesn't have any leverage, but Chicago wouldn't have as much leverage as they could because of Angel's public comments. There are some teams that I just believe would not be that interested. This is not sourced whatsoever. I don't have any sources in the Minnesota front office to say this, like to say it's coming from them, but just my kind of thought around their moves and how I view their organization.
I feel like she want to go to LA, man.
Is if they currently have like a top 3 pick, they're going to have a top 3 pick most likely in this coming draft. That is a desirable asset. That's probably the best asset you could possibly get in a trade for Angel Reese. But if I'm Minnesota, is it even worth it? When you could draft Olivia Miles, Flau'jae Johnson, Lauren Betts, is it worth messing with your current scheme and how things work to bring in Angel Reese, who plays a different style of game? Angel's an on-ball player. She's good. She's okay off the ball. Like, she can do stuff off the ball, but she is best with the ball in her hands. How does that mesh next to Fee in your front court? How does the spacing work there? There's a lot of questions to where Minnesota is already so good. The vibes are already so good. Is it worth throwing out that asset and making a big move? Maybe it is. Maybe they get bounced in the first or second round this year, and it's worth it. Assuming they're still a playoff contender this year, they go far, they're close enough to win a championship, you don't do that deal. I would rather draft a rookie who has 4 years probably in the top 3. I like those prospects a lot over trading for Angel at their current situation. Then you have like Dallas. Dallas could make more sense than Minnesota. And if I am Chicago in a trade here, they would be asking for their first round pick. Whether it's number 1, number 2, or number 3, they would want that pick. If I'm Dallas, do I give it up? No. I would give them a Ricky and a sign and trade. Isaiah James, J.J. Quinterly, Haley Jones, that 2027 Aces first-round pick, anything besides their first-round pick in 2026. But that is what they would ask for, and that's where the starting point would be in any deal for Angel Reese. A team you'll also see mentioned probably is Washington. Washington controls the swap rights for the 2027 pick. And if you are to trade Angel, you're going to be a way worse team, even worse than right now. They would be trying to tank for a top prospect, whether it's Juju Watkins, Hannah Hidalgo, Madison Booker, etc. But if you're Washington, you're probably not that interested. The vibes are great. You have Kiki Iriafen, who plays the same position. That's an overlap of skill sets. Very clearly for me, those two players. You have Sonia Citron. You have all the assets in the world. It's not changing things, and it's not worth blowing things up and altering your current timeline for Angel Reese, in my opinion. Other teams that could be interested, like Golden State maybe is interested. Do they have enough assets to get it done? They have some young players, but they're more like Janelle Salon, Carla Late. They have their own draft pick, but it's not a top 5 pick. Other teams, like could any of the new expansion teams, would one of Portland or Toronto want to come out with a bang and have a big face of their team, a big marketable player, and trade 2 first-round picks right away off the bat? It would be a ballsy move. I wouldn't do it. That is not something you want to do to set up your franchise, because if it fails, you are already set behind the 8 ball and you just started out. Other teams, like could Seattle have interest here? Another team with a top draft pick. What about Connecticut? If Connecticut wasn't in Connecticut, it would probably be the easiest kind of transition here for both sides.
Yeah, because
if I'm Connecticut, though, in their current spot, I could see a pathway to where in their mindset, their perspective, we are the worst situation right now in the W as far as where we're playing. Are we going to relocate? Are we going to get a practice facility? Are we going to move to Boston? Are we going to move to Texas? Are we going to stay in Connecticut and try to fix things from where we're at right now? If you wanted to go out and get a face of your franchise, a marketable player, Angel Reese could be that player. Chicago would probably ask for both of Lake Con and Rivers. If you're Connecticut, you don't give up both of them. Do they give up one of them, plus Anissa Morrow, plus a couple draft picks? It could make sense. I don't think it would be a bad move on either side. I just don't think Angel has any interest in Connecticut, and I like where Connecticut is heading as far as the wing duo with Lake Con and Rivers, their defense. Is Angel worth giving up a young player and a pick? Probably. Like, she's a great talent. Like I said, an all-star caliber player. I am not denying the talent. And it's tough to even come up with a great trade because, like I said throughout this video many times, you do not see emerging third-year players that have made all-star teams get moved willingly, like request trades. That doesn't happen. We've seen some young stars get moved early in their career. Yeah. Even on the WNBA side, we've seen some players that were showing signs, but nobody at the level of Angel Reese, with her marketability, being one of the faces of the WNBA. Whenever you talk about the WNBA, Angel Reese is one of the most recognizable names and faces in the sport. It's not what you usually would see someone with this much pull and so much power to be potentially on the trade market entering her 3rd season. With a new CBA coming up, so much cap space, every team has flexibility to make moves, to make trades. So there's going to be suitors. There will be suitors. If I'm Angel, though, and I am Chicago, I am trying to fix this as easy as you can. If it means parting ways with the front office, with Jeff Pagliocchi as the general manager, and bringing someone else in, a new mind, a different vision, then I would do that. I would do it anyways, but if it means to keep Angel happy, that's what she wants, I would do it. But if it requires her to say, I want you to go out and fire the head coach, let me hire who I want, let me kind of control and kind of have some pull and some sway in the GM hire, in who we draft, the direction of our franchise, who we go out in free agency. If I'm giving her that much power, I just don't think it's worth it. But if you're changing general managers, head coaches, that's fine with me. A change wouldn't be bad. They are going to have a new roster next year anyways. We'll see where things go. These are just my thoughts right now. I'm all for player empowerment. Angel being vocal about what she wants in her career. It's her career. She's a huge face of this league. Advocating for yourself is not a bad thing. I support that. It's more just, is this the right timing? And it's also the Chicago front office as well. This is mostly on them, almost all on them, because Angel has showed a lot of progress in her career, and even as she has improved, the surrounding talent, and there's just not a lot of signs there. The Cardozo fit isn't good. Will they get a point guard? The trades they've made, what they've used with the trades, who they've drafted, all of it has been a complete disaster, a dumpster fire of roster management and asset allocation. So big ups to Angel for what she's done this season, the progress she's made in her career. I was very vocal in previous years where I was not a fan of Angel's game as far as her pro projection and how I saw her fitting the W. I thought she would be a WNBA player, but I did not see her being this good and being this impactful so soon. That's all I have for today, though. If you enjoy these rambling, ranty, just off the dome.
Alright, back. So you get what I'm saying? It's like, bro, we understand that a lot of places, man, they are paying a lot of this money on. But if you can't even speak your opinion about certain teams, about anything, what's the point? You know what I'm saying? You can't even be looking like no fucking dummy and let everything going good. Well, they paying me, so I'm just gonna go and take what they got going. Nah, nigga, I'm gonna speak my opinion. If I feel like it's gonna be a better for the team, it's gonna be better. However it goes for the team, how they feel about it, this is what it is. Crip, because, you know, at the end of the day, you know, we realizing that the place that we living in is changing. You know what I'm saying? We can't think the same. No, you can't. Just because they won a championship, because I guess they were saying Chicago Crip, they won a championship a few years ago, which I wouldn't have known either. But since I guess they trying to do a rebrand. You know what I'm saying? They trying to be on some rebranding shit. But like, y'all should have the same energy that y'all had about winning that championship with me. Now with me, when I come, y'all want to be like, well, we finna take our break now. We done what we did. Well, fuck it, you know. Fuck this. We just gonna use her clout and just build a team up. And so when the real people come in to take the win championship, nah, bitch, you gonna win with me. And so I feel it. I feel where she coming from. She speak her mind. She getting a new brand of shoe deals. Like I said, man, Dallas, LA, they got all the Connecticut, all the places that, you know what I'm saying, Minnesota, places that would need, like, as far as people for the team and winning. You know what I'm saying? Cause hey, this gonna be interesting. Like I said, bro, hope y'all enjoyed this video, man. We got to see the shoe. I hope y'all like it. I mean, I like it. I give it an 8, like 7. You know what I'm saying? Cause I haven't worded it. You know what I'm saying? So I don't really know. Can't really just judge on that. But how I look at it, Crip, it's alright. But I hope y'all enjoyed the video. We have to get hood outside. Big Crip in the game. That's that shit.
Hey, Dad, you know, dog, when we link up, dog, this shit be legendary. You know this instrumental, you the engineer on it, so Kodak everywhere.